We're live. Holy cow. That took us what? A month?
More than a month. I think we've been offline for like 3 months now.
It's been a while. It's like, who are you?
What is up, beautiful people? It's Wolf Brother Mythos Kushmanada from the channel Frost and Fist, and this amazing guy.
It's been a while. I actually forgot. I am Freak. The Freak. Freakaliciousness. This. What's going on, guys? Welcome. Welcome to this little interesting reunion. So, you guys seen the, the little logo, I guess, the thumbnail, where are Mythos and Freak?
So, I guess before we talk about, we'll give people some time to join in if they want to. Let's start with the hobby recap. First of all, I am eager to drink some beers, so new drinks, new clinks.
Indeed. Cheers.
A little Carbach action.
Very good, very good, very good. And my man showed up with one of my favorite staples. Pizza.
It's a beer and pizza night kind of night, guys.
Yes, sir.
Because we're going to be working on some painting together. And I came over really just to use Freak's new Vallejo metal colors for my Imperial Night.
By the way, if you're wondering why Mythos is getting distracted, this is Marley. It's my baby, and of course, she thinks she's his baby.
It's my baby. Especially when I have food around.
Right? So, oh no, not the view. Here we go. One more time.
We've got some master quality camera master here.
Yeah, we got this, man.
We're real pros at the
Yes. This is annoying, but okay. Why the heck? It stayed okay earlier, but now it doesn't want to stay.
I guess you're just going to have to hold it through the whole live show.
Yeah, that's going to happen.
So, Freak, let's talk about what you've been doing.
There we go.
What you've been doing in the hobby since they last seen you.
Well, actually, it's been on and off. Been really, really, really busy. I mean, busy. You guys, I think I might have said something to the fact that I've been trying to get into the IT industry. I've been wanting to do, I've already have computer background, but I really wanted to get my certifications and just, again, get out of the field service tech repair kind of thing and actually get into the IT field, and I've been wanting to do that. So I actually putting myself through school, getting my certifications, and I already got a few out. I'm actually was able to obtain a job, quite lucrative one at least, I think, and looks like it's going to work out really well. Who knows? But I'm pretty excited about it. It's exactly what I want to do, and it actually involves a lot of my prior management skills and background too. But man, so hobby-wise, I've been trying to get these guys. I have a commission of like by 2,000 of these. I'm just joking, but a lot of these dreadnoughts, right? And I think I might have showcased them a while back, but it's the dreadnoughts that are the salamanders. Anyway.
Oh yeah, we still need a showcase on some of those.
Yep. So anyway, so I got a bunch of those. I think I showcased the drop pods. Yeah, I did showcase the drop pods.
Yep.
And there's just so much more work to do. And so tonight, like Mythos reached out. It's like, man, look, I know neither of us have gamed a while, but I know you got a lot of painting to do. So we'll just come over there and just let's do some painting. And I was like, man, that's a great idea because I got a lot to do. So, what about you, man? What you been up to?
I have been crazy with the painting lately. Again, I haven't had the opportunity to work on videos, so with all that extra time, I've definitely been knocking out some things that have been on my paint desk for a while. I finished up Call. I finished up several wolf projects like Wolfen, a Wolf Priest. A lot of stuff you guys are going to see. My Leviathan Dreadnought that I have spammed on every social media type ever, just because I was really proud of the way that came out.
Yep. So let me do this though. Just want to make sure that people can see us. Looks like we've got two streams going on. So let me see where we are here, because this stream for some reason is saying that we're still not on. But let me just refresh. Bear with us, guys. Want to be able to make sure that you guys see our lovely faces. There you are. Okay. All right, Big Mac. Lovable, huggable Big Mac dance school.
Oh, we got some California action. Hey Tim, good to see you. Big
Awesome.
Mac the man. Sorry, you're up so late, my man.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know that time difference is
2 or
killing
3 in
you.
the morning, something like that.
Yep. Got some Ontario action from Who Took My Dice.
Steve! How are you, sir?
Oh,
Yep. It's a new stream. I don't even know where it is. That's how technologically advanced, and I'm in IT. Go figure. Let's see if we can find it, y'all. Bear with us, because we got the technology, and you will see smoke coming out here in just a minute, because that's how we work around here. Bear with us, guys. Bum. All right. There we are.
those two groovers. I'm looking at our picture now online, guys. Those two groovers.
There we are. Yep. Okay. That.
Okay. So
Now we know who's
we
on
got the
there.
right one up.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, it's been. Yeah.
Oversoul. My man, Oversoul.
And there's Tim again. And yeah.
Super late dinner. What you eat, my man? We're having beer and pizza.
Yeah.
Staple of gamers hanging out.
On a Friday night.
Yep. And then, because I haven't seen my man for a while, I know he has a serious chocolate edition. I made sure to bring over some Reese's. Chocolate peanut butter, way to his heart. I mean, broness, not
Right.
broness.
Right. Oh. We were talking actually earlier, and I realized, we can say whatever we want, but as long as you say Warhammer with it, it's not gay.
Not that there's anything wrong with
No, right. But I'm saying, hey, Warhammer. See? It's like, if Warhammer immediately just turns into, yeah! I don't know.
We were having a discussion earlier, and we were talking about helping each other with our painting projects, and I said, hey, I might need help painting Russ's power sword. And he says, I'll help paint your power sword for Warhammer.
Right.
It was fine after that. It wasn't awkward at all.
Oh, anyway.
That's,
It was a nice save.
that's the kind of dumb stuff we talk about when we're away from the camera.
And now the stuff that we really can't.
That's why sometimes when we get going on some of this dumb stuff, we're like, let's just save that for the camera.
like our luck? Oh, I'm just gonna go out there. Screw it.
Okay, so since we had some on the other stream because of our technological issues,
Right, yeah, I want to go ahead and
we
recap.
restarted.
Okay.
Hobby update for you? I would say that as soon as you put a piece of pizza in.
No, thanks. You're like one of those waitresses that's like, oh, how's your food? Full of. So been working on these this commission, which is just a bunch of I'm doing what are these, salamanders?
The salamanders.
Salamanders. Anyway, I've got a lot of these Terminators, these dreadnoughts. It's been so long, I even forgot what they were. So I got a bunch of dreadnoughts. I've already did a showcase with the drop pods for this commission, but I'm really close to finishing off these dreadnoughts, and then I've got another stack of goodies that I have to start getting into. I think it's like 2,000 Inceptors from the. There's so many. I mean, the whole box is filled with these. Every time I open, it just screams, "Oh my God!" And I close it. And anyway. So, but anyway, lately, I've been really busy with work and school. It's been a big juggling act.
He's been kicking a lot of butt in school lately, though. I mean, he's only been in the class for a few months, and he is just knocking down certification after certification with flying colors. So.
Yeah, definitely, man. Just trying, right? I mean, trying to get out of my old, hey, it's Richard from the Nerd Life. What's up, baby? How you doing?
And while we're at a pause, Oversoul, you are definitely right. Those are the best friends that you have with your conversation, best conversations you have with your friends.
So true.
When everybody reverts back to their middle school self, and if you can make it dirty, absolutely will.
Then it's, So anyway, so yeah, school, work, family, you name it. It's been a couple of times that I've had to put the hobby on pause because it was just, man, it was just ridiculous. I pick up the motto. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm exhausted. I got to get up in a couple of hours and go to bed. That's pretty much how it goes. So how about you, man? You've been like globetrotter, man.
I have been globetrotter. So that's one of the big things that's kept me from putting out as much content as I'd like. I've been all over the place. I have, with what I do for work.
He works at Chippendales.
And people want to see this. So, in all honesty, my work has taken me as far north as the Chicago area, as far as Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I go to New Orleans sometimes. I have sites just all over the place. Even when I'm in town, I never know. I might be in the Woodlands one day. I might be in Baytown, just all over the Houston area. So sometimes I'm on the plane, sometimes I'm in the car, but there's just lots and lots of traveling. So I've had very little time at home to get some hobby done. And during my trip before last, while I was out of town, nearby, you guys, I've mentioned before, some of you already know, I live out in the country. And let me explain to you how much out in the country I am. Because people underestimate when I say I live in the country. I live so far in the country that one day my wife and I counted 28 herds of cows between our house and the girls' school when we went to go pick them up. 28 herds of cows. That's how far we are in the country. So we already had kind of not great internet. Like
Marley.
uploading one 10-minute video would take me sometimes as much as 24 hours. That's why my videos have gotten shorter and shorter. That's just a huge amount of delay as it is. But then on top of that, recently we had a storm that even though we've replaced our router and our modem, that storm did something to our local internet. And now I can't even stay on the PlayStation Network for more than 5 minutes. It's really crazy.
It is really rural. You're absolutely right. It's always so like, that's too much out the sticks for me.
So you are right, my man.
Yep.
That's why next month we are really excited. We'll be going back to live in the suburbs of Houston in Kingwood. I've always thought of myself as more of a country guy than a city guy, and until I got really, really out in the sticks, and now I've decided I'm a suburbs guy. I don't want to be in the thick of it in the city, but I need some of the comforts of having the city close by.
Jimbo says, I so understand. I grew up in a town of 185. That's like people or cows? Tell me that's cows, not just people.
No, they have 10,000 cows.
Oh my! So the cows out. Wait, what?
10 times more cows than people. Wow.
I'm sure entertainment gets really interesting around there.
That's the kind of place you're going to have the evil cow overlords evolve and rise up over the people. And that's how Tauren are made, or Minotaurs. Anyways. So yeah, we're definitely excited to get...
Want to go out for a good time?
We're definitely excited to get back closer to the city. And by the way, where we're moving is back right around the corner from where a lot of our old Frosted Fist videos used to be made, around the corner from Swords and Superheroes. So I'll be back around the old gaming group. Our man Ethan, frequent guest on the show, Ethan is in as Pyro Presea Cushionata.
What's up, man?
By the way, shout out to Ethan there because it was recently his birthday, and a lot of you may have seen on our social medias, Instagrams, Facebooks, recently painted up an Eisenhorn model.
Wow,
just a little something for his birthday.
You get as bad as me. I forget my name.
So, with travel, with no internet down, like I said, I've tried uploading a couple videos, and it's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm soon coming back to a more city-like area where I will have comforts like good internet. In fact, my wife and I are purchasing the best internet we can get out there. So.
You don't like that slow satellite crap, huh?
No, we are done with satellite internet.
You gotta hold out the satellite out in the middle of the yard. I think it's got it.
exactly right, Steve. It is about damn time. We were ready to be back amongst civilization.
Yeah.
So yeah, so there will be more videos coming back. We're not truly officially back yet because this guy's still, slammed with school, and I just don't have internet access at the moment. And plus, on top of that, I mean, my job's not changing. I'm still going to be doing a lot of traveling, but at least when I have good internet, I can get it in where I can fit it in.
Yeah, true that. So.
Oh yeah, and you're right. Absolutely, 3 hours away from Warhammer Citadel. So, definitely that's a trip we want to take. I happened to be in Dallas the weekend it opened up, but it was also on a family vacation, and I was not trying to get single. So, yeah, I knew I would be in some serious trouble with my wife if I was like, "Hey, babe, I know we're on vacation together, but I need to go do this Warhammer thing."
He would have been like, it's not a tattoo. It's an actual boot print on my face.
Let me remind everyone, my wife's got a gold medal in breaking things with her hands, her feet, her forehead, her elbows. So I best learn to behave, let me just say.
For real, Joe? And of course, my computer's going to try to go to sleep. Stupid.
Computer, don't go to sleep.
Stupid. He's in here. Y'all, stop looking at my password. There we go. There we are. Anyway.
So my hobby update is in that time. I finished painting Call. So with that Call and a Tech Priest Engine Seer, which is an alternate model from RTLW Miniatures. Gorgeous model. It's a female Tech Priest. So I got my Engine Seer. I got Call. I now have everything painted officially from when I started my AdMech army in January. Everything I bought up to that point is now completely painted. So now I'm going to be starting on some Forgebane stuff. My Warglaives are coming. All the Rangers that I got from Forgebane, plus 10 more Rangers that my man Glass from our local gaming community hooked me up with. I'm turning those into 20 Hoplites. And I know Hoplites recently got their own rules, but a little tip I've seen several people do on Facebook and other gaming sites, whereas some of us who don't like the models for the Electro Priests are using Hoplites in their place, and that's what my plan is. So I want to paint up 20 of these Hoplites as Electro Priests.
That's cool.
That's one of my next big projects.
Yeah. We got a lot of stuff in the works, and the thing is, I got a lot of stuff for myself that I still need to do, and
But he's living that commission life.
I got to wrap it up too. All right, let's see what's going on here. Oh, yeah, there you go. Looks like you're getting some Hoplite action going on there.
Big Beck says, if I were single, think of all the extra hobby time.
Yeah, that's true. That's one way to look at it. Single, forever surrounded by plastic.
I don't think so, my man, because I'm married to a good woman, but hell hath no fury like a woman scorned.
That's so true.
So,
you know the look.
She makes my life heaven right now. But if I got her so mad that we split up, things would not be good for me.
He walking there, but he limping back.
See, 5 minutes ago when I explained that my wife is very good at breaking things, as in a gold medal in Tong Soo. So.
But you get out of here. Okay, so again, just to recap, guys, if you're just joining, Mythos came by. We're gonna do some painting, and he brought pizza. We're not the only ones that like pizza. Buddy and Marley like pizza too, and they've been like surrounding us like sharks.
I don't know why the puppies would have the impression that somebody's gonna share this.
Yeah, look at this. There's Buddy. Yeah. Hi, Buddy. Welcome.
Shh, not in front of the camera.
Good dog. Anyway, so that's what's going on, guys, and that's why we haven't really had a lot of content out. Doggo. Yeah, it is the doggo. Yep. I'd rather doggo than a nopers. Don't do nopes. Nope. He doesn't do nopes either. He can't stand nopes.
The Nerd Life, working on my Hoplites last night. Thank you so much, dude. By the way, I didn't want to build 20 of those really delicate guys myself because I have fat, clumsy fingers. In fact, Edict Beer 40K often calls me Butterfinger Mythos for the number of times that I drop my models. So I've got the Nerd Life working on those little fiddly bits. So he does great commissions, guys. Whether it's painting, whether it's building, Nerd Life is amazing at doing those
He
things.
is.
So.
He really is. He's just, and he's fast. You know, I asked him, so do you use a little, you know, no, I don't use any manuals or anything. You know, he just
figures it out.
Yeah, he goes.
And they look
this goes
great
to
every
here,
time. Amazing poses. So, Richard's building those for me, and since I have 20 of those to paint, I'm going to be doing what everybody tells me not to do, because when I do batch painting, I get really, really, really bored. Just, you know, because it's like, oh, let me do 20 silvers.
Yeah.
All right, silver here, silver here, silver here. Next model, the exact same places, silver here. So since I get bored, I'm going to try and keep myself from getting bored. So I'm going to do the opposite of what I normally would do in this situation. I'm going to have, since he's got all 20, that's going to be built for me when he's done with them. When they get here, I'm pretty much going to say, I want to knock out one of these hoplites every time that I sit down for a painting session that night. And, you know, one infantry model out of 20, you know, shouldn't take me super, and I'll probably still do my base coats, the silver, the purple highlights with the airbrush, do that all at once. But as far as doing the details, what?
Yes, Stevie, he does love working on my fitty bits.
What? Well, yes, he does. Yes, he does. Anyway.
Warhammer.
He likes working on my Warhammer fitted bits.
Right.
See, it's nothing wrong. It's not awkward.
Ta-da! Ta-da!
Random people in the back. Oh, yeah. Hi.
People show up. They're our fans.
So, yeah. So, anyways, yeah, that's my goal. Just finish one of those each time I sit down. And then, I was on a train somewhere. I lost it. All right, so, what's wrong with the hoplites? So, the Electro Priest, I just don't like the way the models look. Yeah, I am picky. I have a squad of 20 guys. I don't want them looking at them. Now, the hoplites look amazing. They still have that Admech, and they still have a, you know, they still have the little sphere that they come with, which could be an electro staff, right? They've got the shields that they carry, which Electro Priests come with an invul save. So, I mean, they're like semi-WYSIWYG in a way. The models can represent what they are, and so as long as I talk to my opponents in advance, I've already talked to a lot of my local gaming friends. They seem to be okay with it. As long as I say in advance, this is an Electro Priest.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about it. Cool.
This staff represents an Electro staff.
Yeah.
This shield represents their invul save. I think it'll be okay.
Yeah. So, just what's he saying? What Big Mac says?
Converting Night Haunts into Electro Priest. Okay, I would really like to see that, and I am definitely going to be following your progress, and I am totally not going to steal that idea whenever you're done with it, depending on how it looks.
Wow.
Even though I actually will not. Yeah, but yeah, definitely, I would like to see it, just in case somebody steals it. You know, it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, conversion armies are some of the most cool, and I do like conversion armies. I like seeing people put their own flavor and spin, and you know, you guys know I'm always doing something to my armies to be a little bit extra. I got to be extra, so.
Yes, you do, Big Mac. You're in, man.
Yeah.
You started that. You went right through that door. You opened it up, went right through it. So you own it, homie.
Committed.
That's not a laptop. I'm using my stupid phone. So hey, yeah.
That's actually why we have two streams. Two streams, because for some reason the laptop wouldn't get the show going at first. We tried setting it up through the laptop, and now we're doing it through his phone.
Yeah, and now we're looking. We look like we're actually behind a piano. You know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Sorry, I watched Archie Bunker. You know, I was like, oh God. Okay. So, never mind. Just.
All right, you talk for a minute while I get stuff to paint.
All right, good deal. So, what we're going to plan to do is we're just going to actually, we're going to do some painting. You know, we're going to do sit and chat, talk about stuff, try to catch up, and wanted to kind of invite you guys along for the ride, you know, and get to read some of your crazy stuff. Now playing with his organ Warhammer. Yes. See how that works? Just add Warhammer to anything. Golden, man.
It's not awkward at all.
It's not awkward at all. Matter of fact, when you feel it's awkward, just say Warhammer with a straight face.
It's only awkward if you let it be awkward.
True. True that. Oh man. See what he did to his Warhammer. Anyway, so that's what we're doing, guys. We're just gonna, wow, you're pulling a lot of guns out there.
This is a sword.
Oh, didn't see that. My bad.
A chainsword. Imperial Knight chainsword. That's what I've been intimidated by this for a while, but I think I'm actually going to start work this weekend on my Imperial Knights. This is my first Imperial Knight, and guys, I actually have an Imperial Knight army in the works because I have this knight now. My man Big Mac, this one was a gift from my man Richard at the Nerd Life, birthday present 2 years ago, and I got hooked up with an Imperial Knight from Big Mac Dan Skull, so that's a pretty cool knight that I'm gonna have. So Richard hooked me up with all the weapon options, by the way. So this one will probably be a Warden most of the time, but I can make whatever configuration I want. I got a Paladin from Big Mech, 2 Imperial Knights there. My man Richard over at the Nerd Life hooked me up with an Atropos on the way that he's going to be doing as a commission build.
Nice.
Nice big Atropos. That's going to be awesome. I got 2 Warglaives with Forge Bane, and I'm splitting a box of Helverins with my man Thomas over at, what's his new channel name? He hasn't gotten going yet.
Thomas. Oh, the
Hellworks by
Hellworks.
Hellchild.
Yep, Hellworks. Yep.
I didn't forget. Nerd Life, what you hobby into, my man? You working on some of those amazing Eldar?
Oh, I mean, you should see the work he's doing. That's another commission he's doing.
He did these wraiths and did some freehand on the helmets.
Not even imagine doing that by hand.
Big nerd boner.
Yeah.
Warhammer nerd boner.
Warhammer nerd boner.
So he does some amazing work.
Oh. He's trying to get out of it now. Yeah. Better call around, man. Pick up that phone. And you guys got them Nighthawk minis? No, I'll call somewhere else.
Well, if you do happen to ever get around to a Big Mech, I would definitely love to see it.
So, let's turn some lights on, man. Get you some stuff here. Wow.
That may be a little too bright.
Is it a little too bright? Is there a little shine?
Yeah.
Let's see if we can turn it there.
That's not bad.
A little better? Yeah, that's a little better. Let me get mine. We'll share the shine in. There we are.
Now we're both shiny.
Yeah, we're shiny.
So it's not bad though. Looks
Yeah,
good.
it's sexy.
So
Warhammer.
again, you can see quality cameraman manipulation here because we're pros at what we do. I mean, we have to be pros. We run our YouTube channel, right?
Yeah. Of course.
Joining you for drinks.
Cheers. Mine's empty, but hey. I
White
got a little
Russians, awesome.
Hey.
Cheers, my man.
You're going right into it.
A lot of people enjoy White Russians. I don't think I've ever had one.
No, me neither. I've heard it really good. Thinking maybe I should get out of bed and do some hobby so I don't feel left out.
To towel,
Not to towel. Yeah.
No, he should definitely towel. I mean, I'm not playing him.
That's true. Yeah. Right. Go ahead, towel. Towel all you want, man.
And as much as I have done a lot of hate on this channel on the towel, they do look gorgeous.
That's
You
true.
have a very
It really
cool
is.
aesthetic.
Yeah, they just look awesome. They're scary. They look amazing. What? Steve, what the heck is that? We don't.
I don't read kanji, but I bet my wife could read that.
Kanji?
Kanji.
Oh, kanji.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was something
Assuming that's Japanese.
Yes. It looks Japanese.
That's,
I don't know.
see, when you say it, that's racist.
What?
I'm
How
A-
could it be? I'm
I'm-
Asian. It's okay.
I'm Asian, so it's not racist.
Right. That worked. It says start paint. Did you Google that? He Google translated that crap. Hey, get off of Google, man. Stop Googling.
Hey, he might be a very cultured, and well educated individual in the ways of Japanese kanji. Provided it is Japanese. We're still assuming.
We don't know. We're just, yeah, we're assuming it's Japanese.
Again, I'm Asian, so it's not racist when I make the assumption. You're starting to get a little.
What the hell? I'm getting there. Hey, I use chopsticks. I eat sushi.
That's only making you sound racist.
I do all the stereotypical things. What?
That White Russian sounds really good, dude. I'm gonna have to make me one.
She knows some Japanese. Oh, cool.
Half
I have to look
vodka,
up-
half Kahlua. Wow.
Oh, that's Canadian. They have better school. Yeah, you're right. I have to concede that.
Yeah, but I have to say I use Google Translate all the time. Like for my night army, I'm picking the night household,
Yep.
Tyrannus, and I know you're going with Hawkshroud, right?
Yep, Hawkshroud.
Sweet.
Yep.
And I picked Night House Tyrannus because I recently read the Horus Heresy book Mechanicum, and I really like the Night House in the loyal Night House in Mechanicum.
Okay.
And they seem really badass, and I'm like, I want to be. Those guys have inspired me. I want to be House Tyrannus as well.
Nice.
And one of the knights is named Equitos Bellum, and I'm like, I'm probably going to name something in my army after the Equitos Bellum, and I'm like, but what am I saying? I don't want to name it something stupid, so I went straight to Google Translate. You're right, Mechanicum is such a good book, and I'm trying to get this guy on the Horus Heresy audiobooks, and I think if he listened to be really good motivation to get his Hawkshroud night
going, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already want to get it on, but just
He wants to
again,
get it on.
with Warhammer. But these little guys, man, they just take up so much of my time. So
And he doing a dread army. A lot of people say you paint a vehicle, it's easy. Bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. He is really taking his time
yeah,
and doing a really detailed job on this dreadnought army.
yeah. There's so much that goes into these guys because what I'm doing is I'm actually painting the flames. Let me get one that's probably.
These flames look great.
Well, yeah, I still have to work a little bit on it. So basically, what I do is I'll actually airbrush the flames.
Oh, right, there's no light up there.
Yeah, we can just do that right here. See if we can do that. So basically, I know it's going to be washed, but I airbrush the flames on the shoulders, and I have to do that by hand. Zoom in. Here, want to see? There it is. See that? Anyway, so that's kind of what it looks. Of course, the lining is not going to be as good, but so all the shoulders are going to have that. And it looks a lot better in proper lighting than that. But anyway,
If you want to see a more detailed pic of it, you can see with his flames airbrush tutorial back a few videos back.
Yep.
And it's just the same thing, only where he's showing us on a nice big surface of his drop pods. Doing it on these shoulder pads is really fine detail work.
it is, and I have to be real careful because I've got to dial back the airbrush, get it to not spray out too hard. It definitely takes a little bit of a little work, but anyway, the thing is, it definitely requires a lot of concentration, and that's what takes a long time. Not to mention, of course, all the detail. With all the metal and all that stuff, the wiring and stuff. It's stuff that I like to do, but it definitely is time consuming. So anyway, what you got going tonight, man? What have you been working on tonight?
So I brought my knight, and
Yep.
I want to start on some of the highlights.
Okay.
Where I want to start with an undercoat of white, right in the middle of these armor panels for my knight, and so that way when I put my Caldor Sky over, there'll be some dark areas underneath,
Nice.
and in the center of the armor panels for the knight will be a nice bright Caldor Sky.
Right.
Um,
Awesome.
And I think usually when I do that kind of highlighting and shading, I'll do white in the center of whatever color I want to be brighter. Like everything is base coated black, white in the center, and then in the very center of that white, just a little bit of silver. And when I put my then I mean like really bright silver, and when I put my translucent color over, you can definitely tell a nice bright flare spot in the middle. So
Awesome. Yeah, we
that's
got
a
the
little
technology.
airbrush technique I learned from this guy.
So yeah, we have some fun, man. Anyway, so guys, grab your brushes, grab your paints, grab your, what do you call them?
Fiddly bits.
Fiddly bits.
Yeah, if you want to get to building, you know, whip out your fiddly bits.
Just whip them out. Just lay them all out, you know, and for Warhammer, you know, and you know, you guys, let's do some painting. So, man, a lot of people are chitty chatting there. You know, it just reminds me of Game of Thrones because of the house name.
He's just being a goober. He doesn't mean anything by it, but yeah, just hard to get that the camera to zoom in on that because we're using actually a phone to record.
Yep.
We just don't have a real zoom in kind of feature.
Yeah, it's just doesn't work too well. I mean, I could, but it just gets weird, and I have to hold the phone, and things just get fall through. So, anyway, so thanks, Steve. Not creepy at all.
Oh yeah.
All right. So, what are we doing?
One of your darker metal colors? Start airbrushing some of these.
Absolutely. What do you dark metal you said?
Yeah, dark metal.
Yep.
Lead belcher, whatever.
Okay, so I've got this one. That's like just a tad. You might want to look at it, but that's the one I use for some of them.
Jet exhaust sounds awesome.
Yep. Jet exhaust. As a matter of fact, we picked that up from
Richard?
Yep. Richard. Yep. That's good stuff, man. Amazing stuff. Let me get this sucker cranked.
Guys, I've been really tempted to get a nail polish shaker, just because sometimes, especially with metallics, or I've noticed that my army painter paints sometimes gotta shake the skitcha out of them. They just gotta shake, and sometimes those army painters still come out kind of thick and clumpy.
Yeah. Let's go here.
So what are you airbrushing there? Some flames?
No, just getting it ready for you, man. Are you gonna dry brush that?
Yeah, the silvers I'm just gonna dry brush for the undercoat.
Yeah, actually, I've got some detail work that I need to do. I'm just gonna power up this sucker so in case we need it.
Cool.
Do some highlighting and shading and stuff.
Yep,
There-
when I get to my armor panels, I'm definitely gonna need that.
Okay. See, I've already got the highlighting and shading on this thing. I just have to actually start working on.
We lost our comments there.
Oh, dang it! Oh, come on. There we go.
So while I'm working on some of the underskeleton to my knight here, I'd like to put out an opinion to you guys, and that is, you know, I like to give my each of my armies, even though they, of course, you know, they already have a name. Like I'm playing the Space Wolves or the Imperial Fists. You know, I like to give my branch of the army its own name. You know, and since I'm playing House Tyrannus, all of my knights though are going to be having the wolf style helm that you can get from Safeways for the Imperial Knights, and then of course my brother here with the 3D printer has been hooking me up with some more that looks similar but slightly different to the Shapeways ones, so I'll get a little variety in with the wolf head helms on my knights. And I'm thinking, since I'm going to have that little wolf motif, and plus they'll be working with the Space Wolves a lot, I'm thinking of naming my knights the Hounds of Tyrannus.
Oh, that's pretty good.
You know, as in, you know, my canine themed army that's going to be House Tyrannus. I think kind of it goes a little bit together. Now, I like the name. I was thinking about it, you know, today while I was in the car, but then, of course, you know, the little bit of me was like, well, you know, could be. It also sounds like it could be confused for, you know, implying warhounds, which of course is a Legio, you know, thing, a Titan thing. So I don't know. I like the name. I could get some get something misconstrued there. What do y'all think?
Tell us.
Peanut Gallery in the background. Hi, Michelle.
It's Mrs. Freak.
The very nice Mrs. Freak.
Oh man.
Also, I have a 7 and 10-year-old around somewhere. You may see them hover in the background at some point. They're having dinner and watching, or they're having some pizza and watching Polar Express.
It's a good old Friday night, man.
Yep.
That's what it's all about.
So while we hobby, they're getting their movie on. Night Wolf. Ooh, Night Wolf. That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, this one. Night Wolf. Kind of reminds me of what was that helicopter show?
Helicopter show?
Yeah, it was a really cool helicopter show. Something like, what was it called? Something Wolf. You guys remember that?
Now you have a lot of experience there, my friend. What
So basically, it's this
what
really.
decade are we talking about?
Oh, 80s.
Okay, 80s show.
Come on, help me, guys. Yes, that's it.
Airwolf.
I love you, Tim. That's the one. Yep, Airwolf. It was really cool. It was a really cool show, man. This freaking chopper could do everything. It was almost like the Knight Rider of, of helicopters. Yeah, it was just really, really cool. Of course, it didn't have a mind of its own. Well, at least I don't remember it having one. But it definitely had the capability to tear into some serious butt. It was just really cool. That was just an awesome show, man.
Man, I think you made a good call getting this jet exhaust from Richard, my man, because this jet exhaust.
Don't it look good?
It looks great with the dry brush.
Yeah, well, I mean, on a black model, right? On a black model that painted black. Anyway, it makes it. You got to show them, dude. It just makes it really metallic without. I don't know.
Without bringing a brightness.
Without bringing a brightness to it, and that's one of the issues that I have with lead belcher. That it kind of has a tendency to it is slightly brighter, slightly bright. I mean, I've always worked with lead belcher, but since I started working with that stuff is just amazing.
This stuff is a lot more like pig iron, the darker version of lead belcher,
right.
Only a lot smoother than the Citadel paint.
Well, good stuff, man. It looks really good.
I think I'm going to be ordering a bottle of this.
Yeah, I have to order some more.
I was about to say, shoot, I'm going to have to order you a bottle after working on this big old night here.
Yeah, that's good stuff, man. By the way, that noise you guys probably hear, it's my printer is going nuts.
80 shows, the Fall Guy. Fall Guy. I remember the advertisements for it as a kid. I don't remember watching that. Of course, I remember as a kid liking the 80 shows. I liked Miami Vice whenever my mom didn't really want me to watch it. I could get my dad to let me watch it sometimes though. And I wanted to be Don Johnson growing up.
You're not?
Huh? In fact, oh,
what's a spell?
just a test piece. I hadn't glued it in yet, and I forgot that it was loose. Yeah, so I wanted to be Don Johnson. In fact, still to this day, when I go shopping for suits, I like to get myself a sports coat that I can wear with a bright t-shirt.
Johnson.
Wherever.
Warhammer.
I want to be a Johnson. Warhammer. But, yeah, I mean...
What about Magnum PI?
Are we recording?
Yeah. Actually, we're
we're live. Yeah. So say hi to Mrs. Freak.
Hello, Mrs. Freak here.
He's with Grandpa a couple times over.
Yeah. Thanks very much.
80 shows. Yeah, I definitely want to see Ready Player One. Definitely, it's got a lot of those things that I think I'm really going to appreciate. The references of.
Yeah, it's like it's a little bit. Yeah, I guess so.
Yes, I actually have. Well, I lost it in the move, but I had me a white blazer, and you most frequently wore it with a sky blue T-shirt with the sleeves rolled up because I wanted to be Don Johnson.
It's funny.
Man, in fact, I wore it to school a few times for a couple of our events that we had to come really dressed up, like when I was in orchestra and we had to play a big set, and they were like, you got to wear a white jacket and wear whatever you want them to do. I came as Don Johnson.
With a big set. Warhammer.
So, yep, absolutely. Knight Rider I loved.
One of my favorite shows, man. Gosh. It's really, honestly, the only time that I actually liked David Hasselhoff. Guy's a fool.
You don't like Dave Hasselhoff?
Not now. I mean, the guy's then. Yeah, of course.
I've always
He was
found-
my hero.
I've always found his over the topness, like pretty amusing. I kind of like it.
Well, yeah. I thought we had
Chumbawamba, Hooked on a Feeling. I thought I lost some stuff in our move, but oh man, I have lost so much cool stuff in a move. I had replica Veritech fighters from the old anime Robotech.
Oh wow.
That got lost. I had my brother Raz and I had a replica Voltron where you put lines together and actually make Voltron out of it, which we actually got from our friend. Everybody liked Kit more than the Hawk.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But yeah, so we had actually
Because he had more personality than the Hawk.
My brother and I had actually traded some of our GI Joe vehicles and stuff to our friend for his Voltron, and we had a lot of really cool Generation 1 Transformers that would be worth so much money now. But we had a lot of the old school Transformers, a whole box of really cool stuff that would be great for Raz and I to have now. Got lost in the move when we came over to the States.
Hindsight 2020, man. I know I had a lot of really cool stuff myself.
Well, this we didn't really have a choice on because army movers, famous for boxes falling off.
Crazy, man. Crazy.
Yeah. Really cool stuff, though. Oh, man. And whereas I'm having trouble remembering a lot of the TV shows that I liked from the 80s as a kid, I can definitely talk about cartoons that I loved all day long. I was definitely a Thundercats and G.I. Joe kid.
Yeah.
Rambo, Voltron, which, by the way, I did manage to snag all the seasons of classic Voltron on DVD. So.
Really? The classic one?
Yeah.
You have to let me
They're
know
packed up in storage, but as soon as we get moved, I can definitely hook you up.
Are you kidding me, dude? I used to love that. I refuse to watch the new stuff.
The new stuff is really good, though.
He kept saying that, I know, and it probably is.
They do such a good job of paying homage to the classic,
original.
while still giving the new one, a fresh spin and some depth. Because let's face it, a lot of people they get caught up on how, newfangled and how different new stuff is, but when we look back at some of the storylines from some of the TV shows in the 80s, it's just like, why is this person evil? Well, they're evil to be evil. Oh.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Why does this person fight crime? Because they're the good guy. Like, no one ever questions it. There's like,
Of course not.
no depth to
Why
the
are bad
story.
guys bad guys? Because they're bad.
Because they're bad people.
Bad people.
Which, if you get down to the heart of the matter, yes, but why? Saturday more cartoons on Netflix. Ghostbusters. Oh yes, William, my man, that is you are definitely right. Old school Ghostbusters. Oh, that was such a great time. As kids on Saturday mornings, typical 80s, 90s kids, we would love to get up on Saturdays bright and early because for some reason where we lived, Ghostbusters came on ridiculously early, like 7 o'clock. My brother and I would get up early, and we would get out our super soakers, and we wouldn't be filling it up with water because our mom would kill us. But we'd fill up our super soakers, and while watching Ghostbusters, we'd be hunting ghosts with them. Running through the house. And anytime they'd enter, because for some reason, a lot of times when they fought ghosts and Ghostbusters, it was always in, dark rooms, dark warehouses, dark storehouses. So we would turn off the lights in the house and we'd go ghost hunting with them. And you guys are absolutely right. Saturday morning cartoons, 1990 Batman. By the way, that Fox Batman from the 90s, still to this day, my favorite rendition of Batman, in any kind of show ever. That to me is the best, the iconic Batman. You know, I vengeance. I am the knight.
Is that what Mark Hamill was really doing? The
Joker. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And Mark Hamill is still the best Joker to this
He
day, in my
is. He
opinion.
really is.
Keith Ledger, amazing Joker, but to
Yep.
me, Mark Hamill's always going to be the best.
I agree. I have to agree with
In
that.
fact, there's a video out there which you can look up, is of Mark Hamill doing Heath Ledger's lines, but as
In the Joker, in his original
yeah,
Joker.
Yep, in the '90s back.
Oh,
Joker.
that is so cool. I need to
Yes,
find
William, my man, Mark Hamill, Joker, best Joker. Yep, Oversoul, you too, my man. Oh, hey, I didn't realize that. Apparently, in the video games, the Arkham video games.
Yeah,
Mark
he
Hamill,
he
Joker.
did those too. He
That's
did the
cool.
voice. Yep. Yeah, he was
Bringing
the
it
voice.
back. Bobby's World. Bobby's World. Funny story. Still to this day, Oversoul. My brother Raz and I reference Bobby's World all the time. Less Bobby himself and more Bobby's mom. You know, for the way she talks. See now, here, then. Don't you know? We always we refer to that. Thundercats and Robotech. Tim, you are awesome. Oh, Steve, my man. The Fox X-Men and Spider-Man. Those are also some of the best versions of those shows still I've ever seen yet. I mean, some of the X-Men shows now are pretty awesome, but still that 90s X-Men still my favorite. In fact, that version of Jubilee is also my favorite. I still when I find artwork with the 90s Jubilee or anything like that, I go to this past summer this summer we went to Akon on vacation, and I got a picture with a really, really awesome cosplayed 90s Jubilee. It was fantastic. Boston Canadian thing.
Makes Phineas and Ferb. I got to watch
Oh,
that one a couple
Roxas,
of
my
times.
man. Yes, a proper Dark Phoenix. They did it really well. Phineas and Ferb. I've never actually watched the show, but I've had friends who watched the show.
See, I do all the old school, man. And stuff that I used to watch was all like Bugs Bunny, Popeye and Pals.
No, I mean, nothing wrong with the classic and originals.
Well, I mean, it was exactly classic. It was like it was right before they took all of the actual violence out of all of them. I mean, you're talking about Bugs Bunny going around getting shot or shooting somebody.
Yeah.
It was actually pretty.
Duck season, fire.
Right.
Tom and Jerry.
Oh,
Man,
I just love Tom
That's
and
so
Jerry.
would have been outlawed.
Oh, I know. Holy cow.
See, nowadays they bring stuff like that back and they just put it on at later times.
If we put it on, nobody will watch it.
Yep. In fact, a lot of the animated stuff I really like. That's got violence and stuff in it. It goes on to something called the Midnight Express with Tsunami. They show lots of more mature stuff. It's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
That's one of my goals is to get you into more anime. Show you stuff I think you'll like. Well, I think that skeleton is good as that's going to get with this one, and I think later on, just do a little brighter and brighten that up.
Really good.
And then when I brighten this up, I think this is really going to look great with that secret weapon burn effects.
Yep.
Definitely want to do the burn effects before I start putting the pieces together.
Nice.
Oh yeah, our Geary is our friend Roxas. So yeah.
Man, I haven't seen Roxas in a long time, man. Jeez.
We're gonna Well,
Well, hopefully we get to see him now since you're.
yeah, when we go back to Kingwood, he'll be coming back to our old game store with us. So, and Roxas is going to have a certain Wolf Brother commissioned to do his Tau. So we may actually see more of Roxas on the tabletop. I mean, we'll be facing Tau, but now.
And cry, baby made the baby cry just by saying "Tao." Thanks, good job. Yeah, I'm upset too.
Pink Panther, absolutely. Mr. Shark. I don't remember Mr. Shark. The
That
Tick.
sounds familiar. I remember the Tick.
I watched a lot of Pink Panther growing up.
Yep.
I was very disappointed when My dad came home from the video store one day. By the way, video stores used to be a thing. When my dad came home from the video store one day with a movie called Pink Panther,
Oh,
and
Peter
I tried
Sellers.
putting it on.
Is that one? The live action?
Huh?
Peter Sellers one?
Yeah, like that's not somebody. I put in the VCR and saw VCR. I put in the VCR and saw that it wasn't the Pink Panther I was thinking, and
Oh.
just immediately put it back in the case. Oh, we lost our comments again.
Doggone it. Wake up, you. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Yeah, definitely that. Definitely feel old.
Oh, I've been playing Dark Angels and Blood Angels lately. Awesome. And
Who's
send it
that?
to me in email. I will check it out.
Who's that?
Timo,
Oh, man.
Mask, Duckman, Freakazoid. Freakazoid right here.
Yes. What? Where's my face at? Can you have me my face, my eyes over there, man?
Huh?
My eyes on there. My eyes, yeah, those eyes.
Oh, these are.
Yeah. Like I said, old, getting old. Can't really see too well.
Hey, there's a
Hey.
Wolf Brother Wednesday Live.
What?
So there's a Wolf Brother Wednesday Live.
Really?
I assume that's you with a million messages of, did you sign in?
Oh, yeah. That was me. Trying to figure something out.
Hey,
Hey.
we're not doing this on the laptop, so we're not able to Skype in at the moment, right?
We can't Skype. Who you want to Skype?
Oh. Got to get this guy on sometime.
Doing some phone. Yeah, absolutely. There was a program. Actually, no, we did the.
You did it with OBS?
No. We actually did it with. Wait a minute. We did it with the meeting, Google Meeting.
Oh, the Google Hangouts.
Yep, Google Hangouts. That's right. And we were able to actually stream that.
Oh yeah, so we can definitely get you in on one of these, my man.
Yeah, that would be really cool, man. Actually, I remember we probably still do it. Yeah, next time we do it, we're definitely gonna do that, man.
Okay, sweet.
Look and see. I don't know. I think we might actually be able to do it. I don't need to jack anything up. but-
Whoa! Check out this awesome beard Tim Oates got.
dude. You know how long it would take me to grow something like that?
I'm Asian, so I could never grow a beard this magnificent.
Dude, that's a beard.
Check that out.
That's a beard.
My man Tim Moat has an awesome beard.
Yeah, that's.
That is a long fang worthy beard, my friend.
Indeed.
All right, I want to check out this these lists you've been working with, my man. I'm definitely looking forward to the Space Wolf Codex. Hopefully, I'm hearing end of next month.
Really?
Yep. So let's check this out. Dark Angels. Azrael as the Warlord. Awesome.
Oh, wow.
Primaris Lieutenant. Bolt Pistol. Heaven's Fall Blade. Master Crafted Auto Bolt Rifle. Intercessor Squad. Tactical Squad. How do you find the mix of Primaris Intercessors and classic Tacticals? Do they work pretty well? Everybody I've seen so far online either goes full on old school or full on Primaris. So let me know what you think having played it, my man. Some Raven Wing attack bites. You gotta have some Raven Wing in a good Dark Angels list. The Dark Shroud, nice. Devastators, 4 heavy bolters. So this is definitely a anti-infantry Devastator squad. That's because he's got a squad of Hellblasters for that firepower.
Oh, there you go. Cell blasters and Hurk.
The Raven Wing Dark Talon with two Hurricane bolters. That's got to be some massive firepower. Freak loves when I take double hurricane bolters by bringing a Crusader against him. In fact, he often asks me, "Could you bring it again?" I'm just going to keep looking at this list because if I don't see the glare, it doesn't happen. Chief Librarian Mephiston, 2 captains with jump packs. That's pretty awesome. Both with thunder hammers and mastercrafted bolt guns. Sweet. And then, of course, with the Force Acadians, Company Commander with las pistol, Primaris Psyker, infantry with stock 9 guardsmen and a sergeant with las pistol, and looks like 3 squads that way, and then 2 squads of rattlings with sniper rifles to get that HQ sniping action. Sounds like a really awesome list, my man.
Oh, dangerous.
Lots of plasma there. And I like the mix of a lot of between the intercessors, the hurricanes, and the heavy bolters. You got a lot of infantry battle power, but then with all the plasma, you've got some good anti-vehicle mix there. Really nice. Oversouls, you look very professional looking, very spiffy with the glasses.
Thank you very much. I do try to keep it professional.
Wow, that beard only took 1 year? Man, that seems like a lifetime kind of beard.
Yeah, that would be.
Some people can just do it. My goatee here took like 3 months to come in. I don't grow facial hair very fast. But man, as soon as I got promoted to a spot where I could carry one, like the second that they said I could have it, I started growing one in. We're having worked in security for over 10 years now. I was unable to wear one for so long, but now that I'm able to wear it, I definitely do it every chance I get. So I really like that Dark Angel list, my man. I'm not going to say I'm a Dark Angels fan now, but having read the Horus Heresy books, I'm liking those Dark Angels a lot more than I used to, I have to say. And I think one of the reasons is that, and I know I'm not going to go too detailed because we want to do some of these Skype book report style meetings with Richard. And so I want to save some of this for when we start talking about Horus Heresy on his channel. But in the Horus Heresy books, so far, I'm only about 12 books in. Man, you really need to catch up. I'm about 12 books in. And the good guys don't get a lot of clear wins. There's a lot of clear good bad guy wins. And then there's a lot of there's a couple of good guys barely manage to eke out a win. But by the way, every good guy died. That seems to be a Black Library Horus Heresy requirement. If you're going to write for guys, if you're trying to write for the Horus Heresy, it seems to be a requirement that you must end the book with "and every good guy died."
That's crap.
It was artistic the first couple times that I read it.
I can't do it.
And then
I'm too much sentimental for that.
but yeah, when you do it to every book, it's just like, oh, this again.
Right.
That's
they killed him off. Well, that was a surprise.
So, anyways, I really, really, I had my bird get itchy black.
You got an itchy bird.
Nose in the middle, midst of the man's shadow nose. Oh, The Shadow, really good movie. You're literally my most. Oh man, that sounds great, Oversoul. I would definitely like to do something, and I appreciate the shout there. I definitely enjoy what you do. Said he likes the time that we did play. That it was fun, and said literally his most active and most loyal subscriber. So it seems almost asinine not to have me in something. Well, I'd definitely love to do some kind of collaboration with you, my man.
Heck yeah.
That'd be amazing. Okay. She's still on 6, Richard, my man. You got to catch up because I really want to talk to somebody about these books.
Oh, now he's flexing.
Julie writes for Black Library? Really? Oh, that's awesome. fan of when stories subvert usual tropes and then turn them on their head. So the good guys dying sounds depressing, but like I said, it was artistic the first couple of times, my man. But it just seems like so many of the Black Library books end that way that I'm just like, I'm almost afraid to read the next one.
Yeah. Oh, look, it's like Titanic all over again.
Some strategic talk here. Mix of tactical and Primaris works great together. The sergeant in attack puts out a ton of fire. Okay, that makes sense because the sergeants and tactical squads can outfit themselves with awesome weapons. That makes sense. I love to start the game with the speed of the Raven on the Dark Talon. Get a good way to get characters in turn one a lot of times. Also, I have to say, as someone who doesn't play Dark Angels, I really, really like the Dark Talon and the Raven Wing, and really I like a lot of the speed aspects of the Dark Angels.
You capitalize on that for sure.
Yeah, I definitely. Some people play different. Some people do a lot of all Hellblaster. The Green Wing of the tacticals and Hellblasters and that kind of stuff in the Dark Angels. Some people play all Deathwing with the beige Terminators, and some people do have a big focus on just the speed side with the Raven Wing.
Yep.
So I like that there are different aspects to that army. That's one of the things I do like.
They're definitely versatile.
Oh. Yeah, you're right. She does love sad series. Oh, book 15. I'm almost caught up with Big Beck himself. That's awesome. I actually really liked Last Jedi 2, my man. I know a lot of people didn't. And so I don't talk about that a lot because it does get so much hate. But yeah, I actually thought it was pretty good. I mean, I think the general thing there is that after 30 years of expectation, 30, 40 years of expectations, there's no way to give the people what they want at this point. So whatever they put out, it's going to get a lot of hate. But yeah, I actually thought it was pretty good.
I heard it was actually better than Force Awakens.
Yeah, there's a lot. Well, I'm not gonna get into details because that movie.
The deal. I haven't seen it, so.
Well, no, I mean, yeah.
But I mean, that's what I'm hearing is that
Force Awakens was meh, and The Last Jedi was pretty good. That's what I'm hearing.
So that's why I got it for my birthday. I still have to watch it. I'm horrible like that.
Yeah, I have a lot of things I still need to watch that are right up my fandom too. I just haven't gotten around to watching them.
I don't know why I do that. Yeah, that's what I want for my birthday. Yeah, my birthday was on the 18th. It's been a while now. I haven't watched it.
Doggo must come back.
Huh?
I said Doggo must come back. I have not taken the time to watch the Clone Wars, and I think for me that was because by the time I got into it, I was so kind of far behind the curve, and I'm like, man, this is going to take me forever to catch up on. Just like I used to be an avid watcher of Naruto. And then I was buying them every month when the box sets would come out. And I finished all of the original series. And when the next series came out, I got up to like season 4. And then, because of some financial stuff that was going on, I didn't get to buy them for a few months. And then when I looked, I was like 10 seasons behind. And I'm like, okay, I tapped. I'm not going to be able to catch up on this. And that's kind of how I felt about Clone Wars. By the time I got interested in it, I was like 52 seasons behind. So, it's no telling.
I'm exactly right where you are on that, man. I started watching Clone Wars very recently.
And I didn't realize that a lot of the stories on Clone Wars was actually canon.
My man Lars, another one of our favorite guys from our local hobby store. He's read 15 plus Horus Heresy novels. That's awesome. But he skipped several, which is totally understandable. I've been tempted to do that because I really want to get to a Space Wolf book. And I know I have to wait until I'm like almost 20 in to get a Space Wolf book in. And I really want to read one, especially now, because I just finished 1,000 Suns. And I've met a few Space Wolf characters a few times along the way. But it seems like when you're reading actually, I think this is true for several factions. When you're reading a book that is not about your faction, it's from somebody else's point of view and they cameo in your faction, it seems like you're not going to come off well. Like, I hate to tell you, bro, but I've met Dorn a couple of times now, and
He's a douche.
He's kind of a douche.
He really is a douche.
and of course, now my only real experience having seen him actually really talk
Yeah.
is in Flight of the Eisenstein, and he came off like a dick. So I'm like,
It really is. I've heard some.
and same thing with my Space
I am
Force now.
Rogaldorn. I am better than you. I am a douche. That's
At
yeah.
one point, he literally says, like a pro wrestler, like, I am the Imperial Fist. I am fear incarnate. I have a big penis. I'm like, was that necessary? Was that really
He
necessary?
was a card holder. Yeah. But I like him. I like him a lot.
But yeah, so I'm kind of getting there with my Space Wolves. At first, I was kind of teasing Freak because I'm like, Dorn's kind of a douche. And then I get to Lehman Russ, and I'm like, in other things I've read, he comes off as really cool and noble. And then I get to the Thousand Sons book, which of course is written from the point of view of the Thousand Sons, and
Not so non-douchey.
he's a Russ in the Thousand Sons is also a big dick. Like, and Space Wolves, one of the things I like about them is they have like this Viking nobility to them, but in the Thousand Sons novel, they've been written like slack-jawed, slobbering, like mindless barbarians. Like the kind of barbarians you see in like D&D cartoons that can't add 2 + 2. Those are the kinds of barbarians that they seem like in the Thousand Sons novel, and I'm not cool with that. So I want to read something actually written from a Space Wolf point of view. Sweet, my man. Definitely, get to cooking. Let us know what you're cooking, my man. But we'll definitely talk more over email. Sisters of Battle books. Yeah, I really liked the one book you loaned me. I actually attempted to buy that book. I liked the book you loaned me so much, I never got to finish it. But I liked the book so much, I tried ordering it from someone. And it's been like 2 years now, and I've still been gypped on that book. So I'm not going to mention any names. But yeah, the book I attempted to buy of those Sisters of Battle just did
I
not
remember
work
that.
out. Dorn and the Lions seem like the most jerks of all time. Yeah, they're kind of jerky.
Yes, I agree. I agree, but it does not diminish his badassery. I'm sorry. He is a badass. So I don't care.
He does seem like a badass.
Yeah, he's a
He just
badass.
doesn't have the best bedside manner.
No. It's like when
I-
you're absolutely amazing, and you just can't. I mean, I know I'm awesome. Get over it.
I didn't expect him to have such a short temper, though.
Oh yeah, dude. He's like.
But yeah, no.
But that's the whole thing about the hand thing, because he's just he needed discipline, and he put that stupid hand thing, got a hand job every time.
Now, some ones I wasn't. That's funny because the books have made me look at some of those that I like in a different light, like Dorn and, of course, the Wolf King. Which, don't get me wrong, I still absolutely love the characters. I'm still a big Space Wolf fan, but it's just like looking at them a little differently and like, man, this is not the Russ I've read in other things. So let me get to some other Lehman Russ Horus Heresy novels. It makes me want to look at it a little differently. But also, on the other hand, though, some of the characters that I didn't like before or never really even thought twice about really come to life. Like, for instance, Death Guard.
Really?
Flight of the Eisenstein, loyal Death Guard, that is.
Oh, right.
Flight of the Eisenstein had really, really, really made me interested in Flight of the Eisenstein. So I definitely wasn't expecting to like them as much. Russ and Prospero Burns is a better option. That's awesome. I'm really looking forward to that. The Expanse, also really good. Nice. You have to be right next to them for a melee attack. Line of sight. Oh, you're absolutely right. It is definitely like a free-flowing, no squares on the board version of a tactics game. So and it's really fun. I think if you didn't live all the way up north, I definitely think that, if we showed you a few games, you'd enjoy it, my man. I think we'd have a good time. Loken and Garo, absolutely. That's another one. The Luna Wolves. I've joked before that I'd really like to, if I ever made a 30K army, Luna Wolves would be one of the ones I'd consider. And Loken is the man. Like, I actually recently picked up the Forge World Loken, and
He was the one in the first book.
he's
Okay,
one of
that's-
the big characters first book.
I need to pick that.
Loken and Abaddon, and I want to actually paint them up in their Luna Wolves colors because they're freaking
That's
awesome.
cool.
I wish the other two of the Mournival also had models because I could have all four of them. I might try converting something later on, but Torgadon and Little Horus, I don't really see a whole lot of
Stop, you two.
that makes them stick out. That would make them, something that I could convert up and make them easily recognizable. But I don't know. I'll see. I want to get a Horus one day too, and just have old school Horus and the Mournival. But like, pre-douche Horus. Who actually, like, book one Horus I actually like more than I thought I'd like too. And let me tell you somebody who I really wasn't expecting to like so much. The freaking Thousand Suns. I guess because I've grown up in the hobby with the 40K, Space Wolves versus Thousand Suns lore. Like, I literally had positively zero interest in the Thousand Suns and Magnus. And I read the Thousand Suns, and they are just so freaking likable. He's still wrong. I definitely don't buy the Magnus did nothing wrong argument. But things like whereas I really gave them no thought before. Those I want to look at. They're just that likable in the books.
It's really odd hearing you say that.
Now again, just like how I feel about the Luna Wolves and the Death Guard, I'm interested in a way. Interest in playing Chaos, except a little shout out. I did see some really cool Chaos models over on Aaron Painting the other day, where they painted up some blue and silver Chaos Marines that looked really, really good. And they did some, Aaron and his guest did some highlighting with an airbrush. And man, those blue and silver Chaos Marines came out looking really good. And I was almost like, I kind of want to get me some of these blue and silver, which of course, listening to Thousand Suns, of course, 30K, they're red and blue, red and gold, but they're light blue and
Stop it.
40K. Like, man, my recent interest in the Thousand Suns, this would be a cool color scheme for. And I was like, no, you already have 5 armies in queue. So,
Yeah, that's gonna stop him.
and I'm like, man, at one point I want to start I'm considering, I still am not quite sold, but I'm considering a 30K army. I say considering and not quite sold, even though I've already ordered.
You've got your 30K stuff.
Yeah, I've ordered
Yeah.
upgrade sprue for Burning of Prospero, so that way I can get some Grey Slayers. So I've already got some stuff kind of purchased and on the way, but the thing is that nobody really plays 30K around me, and that makes it less motivating to say, hey, I'm going to go do this 30K thing.
I consider playing, dude. I think 30K would be good to get into
That would be
for the
cool.
lore.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, reading the books and getting into the lore is a very good reason to want to do 30K.
Yeah. I'm gonna just continue
See,
reading my book.
exactly, Lars. Thousand Suns are very likable, and Magnus is very likable. And I'm so sorry, dude. I hope I didn't mess you up.
Bro,
Bumping the elbow of a painter, great way to get in trouble. But like I even, and this is really no spoiler. We all know that at some point, sorcery was outlawed in the Imperium, and of course we all know who that affected the most. And I have to say, at the trial where they decided that, I legit felt bad for him. Like, aw, that poor guy, he feels so betrayed. Like, I mean, he seemed like a really good son, but like we said, he done wrong. And I don't know. I really, there were definitely some things where I was like, bruh, I'd have so done that better. What are you doing? But overall, like I said, really like The Thousand Suns. And Dark Angels, which is what made me start
Hey,
this
stop it.
entire topic anyways.
Freaking dog.
Yeah, they are definitely zooming all over the place. Dark Angels. So I used to, again, they're kind of like not as direct rivalry as Thousand Suns, but you know, in their own loyalist way, we have like a friendly rivalry going on with Dark Angels. Sometimes not so friendly rivalry, and again, I've just never really had any feelings about the Dark Angels before. Other than, you know, sometimes I would be like, man, they get so much plasma, it's annoying. You guys get free plasma on your bikes? You guys suck. But no, in all seriousness, like I never really thought really twice about them as far as, you know, do I like them, do I not like them? You know, some legions pull at me more than others. Like I've always been interested in how, you know, the tribal nature of the White Scars are, and how they liken their bike combat to their old school like cavalry riding days. You know, I like several legions. You know, I like sisters and custodies, and I just never thought anything about Dark Angels before. But once I started listening to the books, and I mean, they've got this really cool knighthood thing going on that I really dig more than I thought. And on top of that, like, you know, every once in a while, I know they have a different author than some of the ones I've been listening to, and you know, it's not all the time, and of course stuff does go wrong for them, like everything else in the Horus Heresy. But once in a while they get a clean win, and like I said, that doesn't seem like it happens enough in the Horus Heresy.
Yeah.
It's all either, like I said, most of it's either losses or, you know, well, technically, you know, the good guys came away with the victory, but everybody died.
Dumb.
So, I don't know. I really, that gives me that feeling I'm looking for every once in a while. You know, it's just, oh, this was a good clean story that had a happy, relatively happy ending. I mean,
Right.
nothing's ever really a happy ending
No.
in, you know, the 30K Grimdark. I also like that, you know, every once in a while when I get a little too caught up in how sad and depressing things are in the 30K, you know, I got to go listen to a 40K book because things are a little more fun in the 40K universe, right? Like the Space Wolves are more fun, you know, or you listen to, well, not all of them. You read the Ultramarines Omnibus, man, life sucks for some of those guys. Big E's plan was forward from the beginning. Well, I mean, I don't want to say too much in the middle of the stream, but yeah, no Chaos Taint at all. Dog number 3, really?
Yeah.
Sometimes there's more.
Yeah. It gets ridiculous around here.
That's why I'm going to do him a favor and just take Marley home with me. And then that will be one less.
He's the ringleader.
Oh, sweet. So his Dark Angels are Knights of the Crimson Order. So they have the same paint scheme as his Space Wolf army. Black, cherry, and gold with one yellow shoulder. That's awesome.
I'd like to see that, actually. That does sound
Yeah.
really cool.
Tim, my man, send us some pictures of your armies, my man.
Yeah, any way you can send it to us to our Facebook, that would be amazing.
Oh, I hate Dreadnoughts.
Sweet. Tim, my man, I definitely know what you mean. Seems like a lot of my picks lately are bad picks. I have trouble getting the lighting right or getting the background right.
What? Of what?
Oh, he just said, asked if you could send some pics. He said, bad pics, but yes.
Oh.
Well, just what you got. Oh, wait, that's fine. Oh, I thought I messed that up. Ugh.
You ever did that? You know, you paint something and you think, oh no, I messed up, and you look at it closer, you realize, no, you didn't. It was
Better that than thinking you did it fine and then
Right.
realizing later that
Yep,
you messed up.
exactly.
You know, oh, Roxas, I've been meaning to talk to you about that because there were some things that we were talking about, like, hey, if it was just communicated, certain things were that I think I didn't realize before when we were talking that there was more communication than I thought, and that only makes the crime even worse. Because it's like, oh, wait, y'all did talk a little bit about this. And I'm just saying, like, why did it have to happen in the first place? Why couldn't you get your information to be like, my dad really needs to know about this. I'm going to hop on a starship to go tell him. No, you had to do the one way you were forbidden. What is the one thing we said not to do? You had one job. Gosh, I want to talk so much more about this book, but I'd be giving so much away.
Chomping at the bit, aren't you there?
Yeah?
I'll start reading them again,
Yes.
and I'll start reading them. Yes, and Steve will be happy to hear that I'll start reading them again.
I feel the need to put on the Just Do It song.
Just do it! Not a LaBeouf fan.
Oh man, I love him. I think he's awesome. Sure, he's a little crazy sometimes.
Sometimes?
He's eccentric.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll do with eccentric. We can be eccentric.
Sometimes. Sometimes. I'm gonna get another. You need another?
Oh, I'm good. I need to be able to see straight.
Actually, I'm gonna finish up this head first.
Good night, man.
Thank you. I'm just starting, but
Right? Take time with it, man.
yes, Just Do It is. So after all the Just Do It stuff came out with Shia LaBeouf. I've heard it
Yeah,
both ways.
good enough. Yeah.
Anyways, we found, my group and I, we found this Just Do It music, techno music video, which is fan-freaking-tastic. And anyways, so we started quoting it a lot. And then our rating guild for Final Fantasy, and then before that, WoW, we decided to make that our raid battle cry. So now the tank's job is, before they pull, they have to cry out, just do it. We get a little casual with it sometimes. Sometimes it's, just do it. You can tell we've had a lot of runs at that point. Or either that or our
Just do it. Wipe again. Oh my God.
Speaking of Final Fantasy, what you been gaming on lately?
Who, me?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I haven't been doing a whole lot of gaming, but the little bit that I do, I've actually been doing a lot of casual stuff. Like, I host a Rust server,
Sweet.
and which is it's pretty cool. But even more casual. What is that? Oh God.
For those who have never heard of Rust, why don't you break it down real quick?
Right. Okay. So basically, it's from what I hear, because I've never played. What's that? The one with the what do you call it? That game with the blocks? It's all more,
Minecraft?
Minecraft. Yeah, it's like Minecraft on steroids, but a little more realistic. It's definitely a post-apocalyptical survival first-person game. It's a lot of fun, and it's pretty realistic. You know, it's you know. I don't know how realistic. I mean,
It's
You spawn naked with a rock and a torch. I mean, how realistic is that?
That's how we're all born, right? With a rock and a torch.
I guess so, yeah. Oh.
Fully
Came to this
grown.
world with a rock and a torch. I'm going to leave this world with a rock and a torch, you know? So,
It's a very grief-heavy system too, which is why he hosts his own server.
yeah. So the official servers, I mean, the moment you get in there, especially if you're a noob, you're going to get whacked. And not in a good way, you know? I mean, you go in there and somebody walks up to you and just blows your brains out and take all your resources that you gathered just to try to survive. So I decided to host my own server that has a little more tighter rules to keep people from doing that. So are we going to bed with
We are going to bed with Big Mac.
Wow.
I've dreamed of this moment.
It's been interesting. Yeah.
But he got some more work completed on his tower. That's awesome.
Mm.
Yeah, let's see.
So I've been
So
playing
much
that.
back from people. You're quite right. He is a terrible communicator, like a parent whose child's always asking why, but the only answer is because I said so. Yeah, that is kind of the emperor. But why? Because I said so.
It's true. It's so true, man. I mean, honestly, if you want to look at the king of douchebags, I think the emperor would be him.
No. Back to Doran.
Why? I mean, come on, look how closely they got along. Father and son.
Mine's a douchebag too.
Well,
That's why
true
we
that. You're a douchebag. No, you're a douchebag. No, we're all douchebags. Oh, okay.
Let's see. Other than let's see. Busy with the move and his brother's wedding, has a chance to sit down play anything. But the other night sat down and got to play the Adventures of Captain Spirit. Oh yeah, I saw you put that up on your No Commentary channel. Last major game, full playthrough, is Detroit Become Human.
Is that over someone?
Yep.
Sweet.
My wife Lily she's played some on Detroit Become Human, and she is absolutely in love with that game.
Dude, Oversoul's the freaking king when it comes to freaking Let's Plays, man. He's nuts.
William Q says we should be playing Dawn of War. I recently picked up Dawn of War 3 during the summer Steam sale, which is awesome. Actually, my lovely wife picked it up for me. So I definitely going to be playing that sometime soon.
I do have that
Unfortunately, I have developed a recent addiction to a Capcom game called Monster Hunter World. And it's all about, getting that next set of armor, leveling up, progressing, and hunting the next big thing. And I may have developed a slight addiction for it.
Oh my god.
Soulstorm, that sounds awesome.
What is it?
Soulstorm?
Why does that sound familiar?
Soulstorm? Must be a Dawn of War.
Oh, yes, it is Dawn of War. Okay, yeah.
Ethan has been jumping between Nier Automata, Persona 5. Oh, sweet. We bought Persona 5. I just haven't had time for a full JRPG commitment, but it looks amazing. World of Final Fantasy, Monster Hunter World, and though I miss Final Fantasy 14. I do too, my man, and I definitely want to get back to playing as soon as we get back to Kingwood. On top of that, I won't be making a 5 hours worth of driving every day, so it'll give me a little more time to play.
That's true, huh? That'll definitely help.
Kill stuff with us on Monster Hunter World, absolutely. Although he isn't up on, he's still PS3 at the moment. He's not PS4, so he will not be able to join us.
Oh, wait to rub it in, man. Thanks. No, I'm okay, man.
To emote some pictures.
Sweet.
I want to see pics of this good-looking army.
Yeah, let's see this thing.
Sometime previous, Tim Moat sent us pictures of his Space Wolf army, which looked fantastic. Oh, yep. Check that out. And the dark gray you do with the yellow shoulder pads looks way better. It's one of the reasons why I stayed away from traditional Space Wolf colors. Is I don't really like the baby blue with the yellow and the red. I think yellow, red, and baby blue are just too.
That's actually pretty close to what I did with Atlas and stuff.
With Atlas and stuff?
That looks really...
Show off some of this here. Find a good one. This Terminator looks awesome.
I love what he did with the belt on there.
And this Frost Sword looks awesome.
Are those runes?
Mm-hmm. Well, that comes on the Frost Sword in the set.
Okay.
So, here are some really awesome pictures of our man Tim Moat's army, and it just looks awesome. You can see here, it's got his colors popping. It really looks way better with the gray than that Space Wolf Baby Blue. But you know what? Even though I complain a lot about the traditional Space Wolf colors, I'm actually kind of glad because I enjoyed finding my own color scheme. And it changed several times over us playing. It went from just a very standard and very plain looking black and silver to now, and then of course I started mixing in some of that Space Wolf blue, and then now it's like a pretty hardcore black with a very vibrant
I think it looks
Caldor
really,
sky
I
blue
really do like
with
that.
silver trim.
Yeah.
So it's evolved over the last
Yeah,
couple
it
of years.
has. You can really tell the difference.
And if I were just, plug and play, like, I like this army, I like the color scheme, I may not have ventured out that far to find, something I like. Although I have to say, I really considered, when I was looking for my own alternate color scheme, doing that dark gray color scheme, because I had just found out about the 30K color scheme. So I very, very nearly went to a similar color scheme as you, Tim, and like I said, it really looks good on your models. Yeah, I can imagine when you do Let's Plays, definitely adding that level of, performance, and got to think about what your commentary
Take
is like,
forever, man.
what your recording is like. Not only does it probably take forever, but it probably takes away some from the enjoyment. Because I know sometimes when I'm not painting, I'm like, I just want to come in, get in from work,
Yeah.
put on the PlayStation for a few minutes.
I don't know how you
and
do it.
maybe do a little
Yeah.
relaxing before I go to bed.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I can just sit there and relax if I got to worry about recording every game I play.
Right.
So definitely, that's one of the reasons why I appreciate the work. Let's Players like you, and when he's doing it, my brother Darklight Dreamer. I appreciate the work y'all put into what you do, because making YouTube videos isn't easy, and making a game entertaining like that isn't easy. And honestly, I appreciate it because not only because of the lovely work you do, but sometimes, I work 50, 60 hours a week sometimes, and plus, I'm probably closer on the 50 end now that I with my new job, but with that, and then on top of that, I drive 4 or 5 hours a day when I am going into town. So it's like I don't get a whole lot of time to play, and so sometimes it's just easier for me to, instead of trying to fit in,
Just live
let me do all
vicariously through
this.
somebody else. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I want to enjoy this game by watching it through Oversoul. And
Yep.
by watching it through Oversoul, not only am I getting to see the story in the game, but also it's like getting to sit there with a friend and watch this game, because
Exactly.
you're getting that commentary there.
Yeah.
See my vid on Red Green 09 with the Space Wolf Old School. My main troops. Marley baby. Still not getting my pizza yet. I haven't had enough yet.
Marley, what you doing?
Kill things, blow some stuff up for time. Yep. Doing that scheme since 13th Company came out. Nice. I really like the Eye of Terror stuff. I like the story from that. I love how that's where, getting to see some of the stuff with the Wolfen and stuff. Just the idea of the Eye of Terror campaign. This company of wolves, in the Eye of Terror, on demon home territory, tearing some stuff up and just stuck there for like 10,000 years. And the fact that, some of them, the fact that their mind, their presence is tied to that wolf spirit, their feral side, is kind of saving them from demonic possession while they're in the warp. All that sounds really cool to me, and I really like the 13th Company stuff. Big fan of that stuff, which is why I had Edie Beer, who does a 30K Space Wolf scheme. I had him autograph my Eye of Terror codex, because I just love that story so much. Oh, Oversoul says this mutually exclusive friendship. He lives the wargaming stuff through us, while I get to live the video games through him.
That's
pretty
funny.
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I forgot to bring my masking tape with me, so
I think I have some.
cool.
I got some blue. Actually, yeah, here you go.
Painter's tape, sweet.
Yep.
So, I have just about got all of my metallics base coated at least, and then I can start doing my armor panels, and I will have the basics done. Of course, it's going to be so much more work done, but at least I'll have the basics done to my Imperial Knight tonight,
Very awesome.
or this weekend anyways. I don't think I'll actually get to painting much of the armor plates tonight, but I'll have a good start.
Well, we got most of the black base coating for the metallic that I'm gonna have to lay down there, but
Mhm.
there's so much.
You know, that's what these bigger vehicles are like, though.
Yeah.
And since I'm doing, this is kind of helping me, because this has been such a big model. It's like I said, Richard got it for my birthday 2 years ago, and I'm just now putting paint on it, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I've been intimidated, you know, because I want to do a good airbrush job on it. I want to make sure that it looks good, and honestly, just in the past year have I really started getting more comfortable. Actually, just this year can I really start using the word comfortable with airbrushing. But like, you know, I was afraid of the skill, which I'm now developing. I was afraid of, you know, just what my overall effect on the night would come out looking like. And I think me kicking out that Leviathan recently, which is also custom built for me by the Nerd Life, I think me kicking out that Leviathan really kind of gave me the confidence that I can make something this big look pretty good. My Leviathan is not super high detail, but it kind of gave me an idea of how, you know, kind of how I want to do some of these armor joins. Working with the AdMech stuff kind of gave me an idea of how I want to do like the legs and stuff like that. Because the Chicken Walkers, my little Iron Striders,
Striders,
and Iron Striders / Dragoons, they kind of have some similar leg designs. So between the AdMech and doing some of the bigger things like my Leviathan, kind of has given me some confidence that I can knock this project out. I'm gonna get back to Kingwood, and I'm trying to get as much progress on this done, because one of the things I want to do when I'm back in Kingwood is maybe take up commission painting again. I already, like I said, I'm interested in doing Rox's Tau Army. It's going to be cool. So, pretty interested in getting back in that commission life, which I think, having done commissions, really sharpened my skills. So, you know, I think, and not that my own projects I've been slacking off on, but, you know, just when you're doing someone else stuff on someone else's, you get that drive to do a great job every time, right? Sometimes when I'm working on my own stuff, it's like, did I get that spot, or could this be a little bit better? Should I do an extra highlight on here? Sometimes when I'm doing my own stuff, it's like, you know what, I think it looks good enough.
Nah.
But when you're doing it on somebody else's stuff, it's like, should I get that extra highlight? Absolutely. Because you want to do a good job when you do other people's stuff.
Yep.
Also, when you're doing your own stuff, it's like, man, I worked a long day today. Do I feel like painting? Sometimes when it's your own stuff, you're like, I'm just going to sit on the couch and veg out with the TV. And then, of course, sometimes, or usually when you're working on other people's stuff, it's that little bit of extra drive. Like, should I work on this today? Well, I'd really like to be able to get him these models, so I'm going to put in the time.
Yep.
So definitely more motivation there too.
Did we reach awkward silence already?
I was looking for the next subject, yeah. So you volunteered, like did you make the design and call that you wanted to do these flames on the dreadnoughts?
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so, you know, everybody knows, of course, salamanders are like big into, you know, surrounded by flames and fire, and they love to play. They like to go out in the backyard and play with lava, you know. And
This is sounding like Ethan.
right? More explosions. So So I wanted somehow to be able to get some flames on it, and that's when I think, okay, I have to be able to replicate what I do, you know, from a larger scale to a much smaller scale, and try to see if it sticks. And I had to redo that a couple of times, you know, because it's just so easy to jack up
Right.
such a small model. But you know, once you get it, you know, it looks really cool. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I mean, I think what really is going to help is doing the actual lava bases. And I've done lava bases a certain way for quite some time. I'm actually going to evolve that. I've done some really, really cool research. There's one guy who actually created these lava bases that look like actual lava. I mean, you can't look at that and say that's not lava. It's amazing.
Yeah.
How you know how lava sometimes will bubble up, and like the bubble itself will be, you know, white hot, while the top that's actually cooled a little bit, it's slightly more darker orange. Well, that's how he had it, and like, of course, the top area has been so like really, what do you call it? It'll be crusted up with a little parts of black. I mean, amazing work. I mean, that's kind of what I want to replicate. So I think I'm gonna have to use a lot of what do you call it, hot glue and a straw to try to blow bubbles and see if it'll actually, you know, see if it'll actually hold.
Now, I'm not sure I want to go that detailed, but I am pretty inspired by the lava effects you do on your Imperial Fist Terminators.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm thinking I might want to try and experiment with, you know, some rock gravel basing, but with lava effects
Oh man,
in some of the
definitely.
recesses.
Oh, definitely.
So that, I think, might be a good base, or might be the basing I'm looking at for my Night Army.
That would be really cool.
Which would kind of, I think, the brightness of the lava would offset the dark rock around it, but
Right.
also the fact that my color scheme for my Knights is going to be my Space Wolf color scheme, which is going to be the black with silver and Caldor Sky. It's going to take those cool colors and add a hot, warm color contrast point.
Right. That would actually give you the really nice warm look, you know.
Off topic real quick, I want to hit up something that Oversoul said here, which I want to just cheer about, because I've gotten so much crap as a fat kid growing up, right?
What?
You know, and as a Let's Player, sometimes he gets crap on why I don't understand why somebody would want to watch other people play video games.
Screw them.
And what he says is, you ever hear of sports?
Right.
Yeah, it's
Right.
like,
Exactly. Why are you gonna watch somebody play a game?
yeah, why are you watching someone kick a ball for 3 hours when you could be
Right.
out kicking a ball?
That's right.
Boom, got him.
Yep. Roasted.
Well put, Oversoul. Oh, hey, Tim Moat just said something, and you know, when I was reading through Ioterra, I was really excited about the lore parts. I don't think I've ever even really glanced at the stat parts. He said back then, are you saying that the 13th Company had the gate ability? No deep striking, but gating? That would be cool. A little warp gate, get on over. Which, since 13th Company can't have vehicles,
Mm-hmm.
that would be a really cool way to compensate that. Like, okay, well, I mean, I can't get in a tank, but boom, warp gate, you got
Oh,
Squad
man,
of Wolfen
that's
in
right.
your back line. I know you love stuff like that.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, that makes me really happy when I see
Funky
you.
Hurdles, Salamanders, Funk my man, good to see you.
Show up out of
Ethan
nowhere.
says if it's not on fire yet, you need a hotter fire. Airsoft BBs work too.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Oh yeah, so airsoft BBs.
That is a really good idea.
And then something I was going to mention that I've seen a couple of other YouTubers do
Yeah.
is sometimes they get little stickers that are little bumps,
Yep.
and you can get those at the dollar store.
See if
And,
it shows up on there.
And those little stickers I've seen people use too, and then they paint on top of it.
Can you close that window for me, the top window? Just that one, no, the middle one, yeah. Close that. Look at that.
That's pretty cool.
That's what I'm talking about. That's insane.
That looks good. That looks real good.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah. I think all of those things. BBs sound like a great option.
I think BB's a great idea. That's
And,
really good idea.
I mean, you know, you pay like $2 for a pack of 50 BBs, or 100 BBs or whatever. so it'll last you forever.
Yeah. Man, that is a great idea.
Great tip, my man.
Yeah, see, you learn stuff, man. That's what I love about this community.
Yep, from the priest. That's awesome. You know, one thing I really liked in 7th edition was that I could take geomancy on my space wolves, and I could do stuff like that by picking up a whole piece of terrain and moving it across the board.
Earthbending.
Yeah, people hated that crap. I thought it was hilarious, especially since it was legal at the time to pick up the piece, move it, and rotate it around, because per the rules, rotating is not the same thing as moving.
Wow. Exploit.
Yeah. Man, I gotta. There's, and it was a ridiculous role, so I didn't get to do it very often or all the time. But there are a couple of times that it did work. Man, those made for good stories. Like this one time I was playing against the amazing Ryan on our channel.
Oh, yeah.
And his Dark Eldar, and I think we were playing a league game. And first turn, the Wolfman got to charge some of the those little Ravagers? Raiders?
Ryan is very competitive. Extremely
Dice, my
competitive.
brother, have a great night. Take care of that little girl, my man, and hope she gets better, my man. Oh, yeah, we had a full-on nostalgia trip, Funk, my man. It was pretty awesome. But yeah, so the fact that I got, he had a lot of the lances, and we lost our comments again. But there was a lot of DACA that I got to get rid of first turn by blowing up one vehicle that blew up another vehicle. And then there was like 2 full squads of Dark Eldar that were stunned and couldn't shoot, and it was just really awesome to see. That was like, it was just, again, I never got to pull off that roll very often, but when it worked, it usually left a story. And Ryan was a really good Dark Eldar player. And they weren't super strong in 7th edition, but Ryan found ways to make them good.
He was very competitive.
And
really good.
and so even first turn, being put at a disadvantage like that, he and I still battled hardcore down to the last turn. So anyway, stuff like that makes for games that you remember.
7th edition had some really interesting rules. You know, I kind of miss it. And remember we were talking about this, remember? We were saying how a lot of times 7th edition, the fighting phase or the shooting phase.
Oh yeah, because the way like vehicles would take damage and stuff like
In
that.
certain areas, yeah. And there were times, I tell you what, it definitely gave the fighting phase more personality. I guess it's the best way that I can say it.
One of our first battle reports we did for the channel, we were talking about how this dreadnought, my dreadnought could only see his dreadnought through a window, and the window happened to be at crotch level.
Yep.
And I crit on the roll, and he was immobilized. And we had this running joke for a long time that, last king of the crotch immobilized me too.
Yep.
And, stuff like that. And that ended up being me keeping that dreadnought from being able to do anything so early in the game, really turned the whole game in my favor.
Really good.
And it made for a good story. But, I mean, that being said, though, even though like some of the little niche things are gone from 7th edition, I really do enjoy 8th edition.
Yeah.
I do wish I could take my 7th edition cavalry and bring them to 8th edition, but anyways,
No salt there.
I don't want this to turn into every time they do a live stream, Mythos goes on a 30-minute bitch about
Let me tell you about this.
his cavalry. But yeah, but overall, I really am enjoying 8th edition because it just feels smoother to me.
Yeah, it is. It flows better.
Now, hey, talk for a minute. I'm going to. I have to respond to the wife. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. So, what you guys out there
what are your next? What are your next hobby goals? What do you guys are working on right now? I know. I think after I'm done with this commission, um, I'll probably pick up another commission. At least that's what I'm hearing. If not, I may actually consider putting together my Sikarin, right?
Sikarin.
Sikarin tank. Um, and I've been wanting to put that together for a long time, man. Love that. Love the way that looks. It's just, again, man, time constraints. I just want to get an opportunity to be able to put it together and paint it. It look awesome.
You guys know I'm more of a painter than a builder. I am not that fond of building. I took one look at the parts for the Sikarin, and I'm like, Richard, you want a commission?
That was a noper for you, huh?
When I could be spending my time painting, you know, I just would rather skip the build phase.
Yeah, I don't blame you, man. It could be a pain in the patootie. I said patootie.
Also, I think I'm getting spoiled by being able to, you know, do the commissions with Richard because I haven't had to build any of my own stuff for a while.
Yeah.
Tim says it's okay. I miss the cavalry. He misses the fact that we had Lehman Russ tanks in our codex because the tanks were originally named after Lehman Russ.
It's true that.
That's why he does his punk rock Imperial Guards. That makes sense, my man. Oh, nice. I would definitely like to see those. Punk rock Imperial Guard girls. Oh yeah, bad case of painter's thumb. I'm getting this silver metallic all over my hands. It's the lid. I really am loving this Vallejo metal color. It is an awesome product.
So much that you want to wear it.
But it's very liquidy, like more so than other paints I've worked with. And every time I close the cap again, it snaps and splatters paint. And this is me closing the cap like 500 times. Because I'm dry brushing, so I'm working with very little paint on my brush, which means I'm going back to the bottle more frequently. And yeah, so 500 closing the caps, and my hands are all silver now. My hands are going to be a silver Asperis Manus. May he rest in peace. A couple shout outs I wanted to do, because with me not being able to upload videos, of course, while I'm on the road and stuff like that, I like to listen to people's videos and stuff like that. And one, which is not super high camera quality, but like the content, the words are really good. Teacher Jeff 40K. Spelled, and it's an alternate spelling. It's like Teacher Geoff. But yeah, Teacher Jeff 40K. Really, really awesome videos where he breaks down unit types, talks about tactics with them, what's the best way to run them, and he just has a really good way of presenting material. I mean, he's a teacher. He teaches children, so it's kind of his job, his thing, you know, but he actually does a really good way of breaking down and delivering information that I find very enjoyable.
That's cool. You can actually break it down more of an educational method.
Also, I'd like to recommend everyone in the chat tonight, Oversoul. If you like video games and Let's Plays, he does an amazing job. And my man in the chat, also Funky Hurdles, does a lot of the music that Oversoul uses. And if you go over and check out Funky Hurdles, he does all original music. A lot of them have a kind of a techno feel, but they are all really good. And they do collaborations together. Sometimes he takes music and is inspired by the Let's Plays that Oversoul does and creates a song for it, puts it up on his channel, and then they take that song together and then Oversoul edits it into a music video for his Let's Plays. And it's just really cool video game, you know, music that's made by the Funk Master, Funky Hurdles, and, you know, the awesome Let's Play scenes from Oversoul. They look really great together. But Big Mech, really awesome channel. I think much like us, there's not been as much content lately.
Everybody's been busy, man.
Nerd Life, same thing.
Busy, busy, busy.
Really great channel, but also just like us, kind of on a hiatus. But yeah, definitely. Who Took My Dice? You know, all really, really great guys.
Good people.
And I really
Yep.
love this community.
Yep.
You know, and the way that we all kind of we get together, we like the same stuff, we talk about it, and we just click really well. All good, my man. You know, I really, really, really enjoyed the Oversoul 2-year anniversary and the Resident Evil, recent Resident Evil game, Resident Evil 6, 7, 42. Whatever the recent Resident Evil game was, the mix you did for Resident Evil, that was freaking awesome.
You did a mix? I didn't look at that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I gotta show them to you sometime. Yeah, the videos they do together, their collaborations are excellent.
You know, I love music.
Man, I said I was gonna go get me another beer like an hour ago. It's hard to put the brush down once you get going though.
Right? I'm afraid you might lose your place.
Any other new people I've been watching lately? And you know, if I weren't trying to tell them to you, tell you all about new people I've been watching. Now that I'm sitting here trying to think, I'm like, man, where has all my views been? Of course, you know, a lot of the ones that we've done shout outs for before, of course, you know, some of our old faithfuls that we love watching, like, you know, Who Took My Dice, Miniature Wargaming, Mini Warzone Pete,
Warzone Pete.
Eating Beer 40K. Been really enjoying watching their stuff lately.
Pete's got a really, really cool delivery when he does his videos.
He does.
You
He
know,
absolutely
like
does.
It's almost like you're sitting down with old friends, you know, he just kind of grabs his coffee mug and, yeah, just sit down, just chilling.
Sitting down and chatting with a friend.
Yep.
I really want to do, when I can do sit and chat videos again, we lost your comments again, Pete does every Friday a Q&S video. And it's just him asking the community a question, and you can answer down in the comments below, or of course you can do a video response. And I think once I'm able to do sit and chat type videos, you know, again, that I'd really like to support that by answering those questions once in a while. Or who knows, maybe even every week or whatever.
That's interesting concept.
But yeah, just a little, because he has some pretty cool questions. In fact,
You're gonna look up some questions.
we're just seeing what this week's is. I know those guys.
Q&S. Oh man. Starting to go cross-eyed here.
That's right. Too much emphasis on realism. Which, you know, he was talking about someone that he was watching where they were getting a lot of criticism because, of course, obviously, people do go for more realism in historicals, but he was watching someone in a historical and he was getting, you know, really ate up in the comments because his buttons were the wrong color.
What?
And so his question was that can there be too much emphasis on realism in wargaming? And you know, I think what we do sometimes is inspired by real stuff, like, you know, historicals and stuff like that. But I mean, art is art, and I think everyone should be able to put their own spin on
I
stuff.
totally agree. I
You know?
mean, honestly, and look, I'm a musician. Been a musician for a long time. I'm not gonna play exactly like every other musician. I just can't do that, you know.
Exactly. And
There's you know, there's of course poet license. You know, you need to have the ability to, or the freedom to express yourself in a way that you feel comfortable, you know?
exactly.
So,
And that's the way I
same
look
way.
at it, is
Yeah.
miniatures are art, you know?
Yeah, it is. It is art. It is art. No matter how you look at it, it's art. And you know, why should you be criticized for painting or writing music in a certain way?
And if we're going to get that critical of realism, then why play the game, right?
That's exactly
Why
right.
should we play French versus Britain
Yep.
when we know that, say, the English won a certain battle?
Right.
Right? So why even play? Because if we play it out and the French win a battle that the English originally won, oh, well, we've lost our realism.
Exactly.
You
So-
know, I think there should be, you know, it's art. We should allow people to put their own spin on their art because it's part of their personality.
Exactly. That's exactly right. So, I mean, yeah, again, you're going to get peanut gallery people to talk smack about your stuff. So,
Tim says historical players really get into making everything perfect. And it's one of the reasons why he doesn't paint them; he just plays them.
nice.
Yeah, and you know, my first tabletop demo was Flames of War. You know, it really seemed interesting, but kind of that was one of the reasons why I was like, I'd really rather have something fantasy. You know, because I want to escape. I want it to be art. I don't want it to just really be restricted and confined. Yep. Puppy in the background again. That's one of the reasons why I love coming over here. I don't have a puppy of my own at the time, so I really love
Gets
coming
his
over.
puppy fill right here.
Yep. Well, I don't know if I'll ever get my fill, but I do get that taste of having a puppy for a little bit longer.
Yep. And they love him, especially Marley. You know Marley since she was a puppy.
Exactly, creative liberties.
Yep.
Because
Yep.
if we're watching everybody tell the same story over and over again, then why are we watching it, right?
Right. Right.
We want to see people's takes and spins on stuff. And it's funny because if you look at a lot of the fantasy side of what we do, when somebody does something different, it's like, oh, I've never seen a Hellbrute in that color before. You know, it's usually interesting to us on the fantasy side because we're like, it doesn't need to be historical or perfect, which I was really honestly worried about when we first started the channel because I'm like, hey man, if we're going to be online showing people my Space Wolves and they're over here all black and silver.
I remember that conversation.
You know, I'm like, I don't want to get a lot of flack for, you know, having my Space Wolves a
Yep.
different color.
Yep.
But everyone, and I even asked in that first episode, that first sit-in chat, what do you guys think? Should I repaint them? You know, if I'm going to be doing this channel? And people are like, no, it looks cool, keep it.
Yep.
You got
So
a big
people
hell
are really
no.
cool about it.
Yeah. Again, man.
So I really, really appreciate that. And I think that kind of creativity needs to be there. Yeah, exactly. You can't please everyone if you don't please you.
And you don't want to try. Honestly, that's just.
So, really, I think we're definitely on the same page there. I think it's pretty. That's the awesome way to do it.
So, got all the metallic that's going to go on there
We're gonna take
already
some
black.
pictures tonight at the end of our painting
Yep.
session because
We're gonna post
unfortunately
them.
the phone won't let us get a nice
Yeah.
close shot. But we're gonna put some pictures up on our Frost and Fist Instagram and Facebook
And
page.
Facebook, yep.
And then, of course, you can come check us out. Mythos Cushionata on Facebook. You know, I'm going to post up some pictures personally. And, of course, we love seeing people put up pictures on the Edic Beer 40K page. 40K War Edic Beer's Wargamer Unification.
Unification. It's easy for you to say.
I don't know why I couldn't spit that out.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. I mean, consider, and it's just still so much to. If you guys can, well, you can't see that because it's like really retarded. So, what you can see, sorry, Mythos, I'm blinding you. So basically, you can see anything that area that is black has got to be metallic. All right, it's got to be metal, and of course, the only way to make that metal, you know, pop or shine really is with a black background, and so that's kind of what I have to do here. And I'm with a lot of that's going to be, you know, that. Matter of fact, what you have, I'm going to do the same thing. That's what I've been using. It's just using that exhaust, whatever color.
Jet exhaust?
Jet exhaust, yeah.
Really great color.
It is. It's gorgeous, man. I got to order me another bottle of that.
So I've dry brushed a whole bunch of jet exhaust. I think I'm going to take a brighter silver, maybe a lead belcher,
lead belcher or
maybe even a Vallejo silver,
Good.
and hit some of the brighter areas of the silver. And I think, you know, with a little Norn oil and touch up, my skeleton will be dust, and I'll be ready to start painting the panels.
Yep. Here is.
So
Where is? Here it is.
Got to do the unified for the beer thing.
That's like a lead belcher.
Chainmail silver. This is what I
Yep,
did.
yep.
Thank you. I'm just gonna put a little bit on my driver's palette here. My driver's palette. Fancy word for paper towel.
So yeah, that's what happens, man. You get so caught up, spend a lot of time doing that, then you're like, I don't want it anymore. But you love how it turns out once it's done. So.
Yeah, I know that feeling when you're slogging your way through.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it's coming out.
Yep.
Brighter spots like here on top of the hip.
Yep. That looks really good.
And I'm not going to hit everywhere, just the places where light might catch a little bit. So like the back side won't get any of this. Top here. Sweet. Well, my man, you think you're done for the night?
I think that's all I can go with this Joker. Probably tomorrow I'll start with the actual metallic, put some gold, and then of course the dark silver metal on that. Good stuff, man. It was a good hangout, man.
Indeed. Let me get this spot real
Good
quick.
time, man.
and
Good time.
help you close this up.
Yeah, little guy.
I didn't do it, guys. I was in here painting the whole time. I didn't even get up for a beer.
It's blasphemy. What would Dorn say? You moron!
I am the Imperial Fist!
What is wrong with you?
I was like, really? Is that how we do it in the fist?
Do you call yourself a warrior?
Pissed off baby.
You shouldn't do that. Gets people upset.
Indeed.
All right, guys. So, anyways, third person. Guinness beer, I think 1 or 2. Is that Guinness beer?
I think it's
That-
Guinness.
I do love
I do
some
love
Guinness.
Guinness. Yep.
We kept it light tonight because, I didn't want to overdo it. But when we actually sit down and drink beer, I definitely prefer
I'd be like,
Yeah. But
no, if I actually drank that much beer,
Oh.
I would Guinness. Thank.
Dawn of War is isometric, nice. Space Marine is a first-person shooter, or third-person shooter, yes. I really, really, really liked Space Marine, and I never got around to playing it. Because when it was out and popular, my girls were real small, and my wife and I had concerns about playing such a gory game in front of the girls, because they really get after it with the chain blades and wreck some orcs. And then
Was the one that came right after that recently? Well, maybe about a year or two ago.
the new Dawn of War?
No, it wasn't Dawn of War. It was like a first or second person.
The one recently got Deathwing.
No, that was before that.
Uh,
It was like a multiplayer, and they had a lot of bugs. It was really, really buggy. I'm trying to remember what the name of it.
Good question.
Yeah, you guys remember what it was called? It was a Warhammer. I know they're a whole mess, but it was actually one where you got to choose. You're a Space Marine, and you're actually fighting around like first person, but it's almost like you remember Unreal Tournament? It was kind of like that kind of deal, but you're a Space Marine.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
I'd probably really enjoy that because I really enjoyed Space Marine.
Yeah.
I really need to finish that at some point.
I have to find out what that is.
Um,
But it was just really buggy. It was a multiplayer. But
And
anyway.
Dawn of War, like I said, I got 3 recently. I need to finish, or I need to start that.
I do have to. We're gonna have to actually play it.
Oh, you've got Dawn of War 3 as well? Sweet.
Yeah, but do you have it on the on the Steam or yeah, you got it on Steam. Yeah, I have it.
Sweet. So, looks like we'll be playing some. Oh, you guys also have Dawn of War 3. Maybe we can swap Steam names or something. We can all play sometime. I got lost. I was saying something earlier. I lost it.
What's it about? What? Oh no, about the original, but Dawn, or not the Dawn War, but
Space Marine.
the Space Marine game. Yeah.
Oh yeah, just I never picked it up again, but I definitely need to get back to playing some
Right.
Space Marine.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Well, I think we got some good hangout tonight.
We did,
We had
man.
some good progress.
I
Actually, see a start to my night.
I really enjoyed, this. I mean, we haven't hung out with friends like
Yeah,
this.
chatting with you guys was really fun.
So what do you think? Do you think we should do this more often?
I definitely think we should. What do you guys think?
Just let us know, man.
I mean, I know it wasn't super professional. We had some shaky camera. We had some
sorry.
playing with the puppies. I was stuffing my face with
It's
pizza.
real. This is home. This is life. This is what we do,
I'd
right?
love to do this again.
Yep.
And I would really love to try and get Richard on the next call.
Yep. We're gonna
So-
try that. Yeah, definitely. We'll get him on a Google Hangout and have us all jump in there. We've got a few other people who probably like to get on, like even the wonderful Steve that who took my dice. So, yep. Yes, we're gonna treat the dogs. They have been treated. Trust me. As long as he's here, they always get treated. They get more pizza than I do.
I definitely know what you mean, Oversoul. Watching people play Fortnite over and over again definitely gets dull. Funko Man,
Yeah.
definitely really cool game. Really hard game for me. I've been getting my butt kicked in Deathwing over and over and over again. In fact, I probably need to find someone else who's got it on PlayStation so I can get some more squad members and kind of help me through.
I have it on PC, and it is so tasking. It's resource hog.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I've been stuck on like the second level, maybe the third.
It is a fun game.
I've been stuck on the second or third level for about a month now. After
Yeah.
getting my butt kicked for like 2 weeks in a row, I'm like, I'll come back to you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no, it ain't gonna be perfect. I don't expect to be perfect. You think this is perfect? Come on, there's no perfection here. Yeah, you see what you see is what you get. WYSIWYG, baby.
and plus, I really enjoy the interaction. Actually,
Yeah.
really enjoyed our chats. And
Yeah.
in fact, like I think the highlight of the night was when we were talking about old school 80s and 90s
Yeah.
cartoons and
Yeah,
TV shows
yeah.
and stuff like that. That's really cool.
Yep. Yeah, I guess it would. Yeah, it definitely would kind of qualify as a podcast of some sort.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. It'll be.
Except for when we're trying to show you something.
Yep. So.
Mrs. Freak.
So anyway,
All right, well,
that's it, guys.
thank you so much for joining us, guys. Paintcast, I like that.
I
We're
like that.
hashtagging
We
that.
have to do that.
Great one, Funkman.
Yeah.
Guys, if you liked this episode, then grab up an ox and smash that like button in the name of the Emperor. And of
And-
course, if you guys are not yet subscribed to the channel, which I'm pretty sure everyone here is, but if you're watching on a replay, then Freak and I would love to have you as part of the pack here on the Frost and Fist. Until next time, guys.
Stay frosty. Take care, guys.